Hey guys, nice to see you again in episode 3 of our introduction to yoga, breathwork, and meditation. Today we're going to take a practice that is centered around stress relief and relaxation. This is a perfect practice for after a long day of work or family obligations or any time that you're feeling like you're a little stressed, a little upset, a little angry, a little tired, and learning how to use the yogic system to aid your ability to find a relief from stress, an ability to relax deeper, and a way of clearing out the mind so that when you do have to do something strenuous again, it feels much more easy because you've already been refreshed. So as we did in our earlier videos, find a single point out in front of you, begin gazing upon that one point, and notice the breath's ability to get slower by taking deeper inhales and longer exhales. Now let your eyes close and take a moment to allow the focus that you had on that singular point to now move to a place within the body. Wherever you feel your breath, focus on that sensation. If the mind thinks of something else to think about, then just come back to how your breath feels, noticing it. Deep inhales and exhales that are about 60% longer. With your next inhale, let your eyes open, clasp onto your knees like I'm doing, and take a super deep inhale and give a loud sigh and drop the shoulders. Two more. Oh, like you really mean it. Now come into the tabletop position. This is where your hands are underneath your shoulders like so, and your knees are underneath your hips. And then when you take an inhale, let your belly drop down, lift your chin, lift your tailbone, and lift your forehead. When you exhale, do the reverse. Drop your chin, drop your forehead, send the middle of your back up, and let your hips come in toward your chin. Back and forth a few times, inhaling into what we call the cow posture, and exhale, dome out your back like you're an angry cat. So this begins to create fluid motion guided by the breath in the spinal column. All sorts of activities throughout the day will lock up the vertebrae. And to be able to really relax, we need to be able to move that blocked energy that's trapped in sore spaces in your spine so that it flows freely through the body and through your mind. This also just simply breaks down some of the myofascial tissues that can lock up your back and reduce soreness. Notice each time you move, you'll feel a little bit slightly different spot that's hurting. Gently move through it and relax out that pain. With your next exhale, take the child's pose. So you're going to rock back like so. You might need a cushion between your calf muscles and your bottom. Walk your hands out a little further. They might need to go wide. And it's your option to have your knees nice and wide outside the body or knees in close to each other. The knees wide will help release tension in your hips. The knees together will help relieve tension in your back. If you need a pillow under your forehead, put it there so you can rest your forehead. Otherwise, let it come down on the ground. There's also an option if you don't have a pillow handy to just do like so. Much bigger inhales. Way, way longer exhales without any sudden starts or stops. Come up out of this posture and then lay on your back. It's already starting to sound relaxing, huh? Once you've laid down, take this right knee, pull it close to your body, close to your armpit, and then start to rotate around the right foot. We have a ton of myofascial tissues that are all locked up around the ankle. Open and close your toes as you're doing this. Tons of built up tension in the bones and muscles and ligaments of our feet. Make sure you're moving in both directions with these circles, trying to make them a little bit bigger. Now, there's so much tension in this area, this might feel kind of harsh at first. It might feel kind of draining, but that's okay because once you're done with it, it's going to just flush out with relief. Try pulling your knee a little closer to your armpit area, wider. Couple circles one way, open and closing toes as you do so. Opposite direction. This can even be tiring because there's so much locked up stuff around the ankle that the muscles that stabilize you there wear out very easily. So just one more round of circles with open and closing toes on this position where I'm pulling a little closer to my heart now. We're almost done. And with your next exhale, let go. Let your arms come out. Another sigh of relief. Take a moment to notice that the right hip, the right ankle are feeling some feelings of flushing and relief that the left side doesn't have. This shows us that we hold on to stress and that we get used to our stress, thinking that's how our bodies always feel, but they don't. A little bit of work and we can start to coax relaxation back in. Let's get into this other side. So pull it in, circles, squeezing the toes, opening the toes, and making sure our breath stays slow, big, and long. Both directions. Well, you might get some snap, crackles, and pop in your ankle. I just got one. Pull that knee over closer to your armpit. Really exaggerate these circles if you can. If you're feeling like this is tiring and got a lot of tension, then that means there's a lot of rest and relaxation that's going to come afterwards. We're on our feet so much. We lock them down in shoes too much. This gets rid of that stuff. Now pull close to your heart. And boy, I got a lot of pops on that side. Been wearing my farm boots a little too much. Just focus on breathing big and long. Last round. Let your foot come down. Let your arms splay out. Big, huge inhale, inflating your chest. An extra sip in. As you reverberate sound like so, the throat breaks up tension that it's been holding. Pull the right knee back in now. And then take your left hand on the outside of your right knee and pull it over. And you can put a pillow underneath it for extra resting place. Or just see if your foot will come down. If it won't, you can put it on top of your opposite knee like so. And then take this hand and open it up and try to let your right shoulder come down towards the ground. It might not happen, but that's okay. It's more important to have your shoulder close to the ground than your knee. You should be feeling a twist now. Gaze over towards your open hand and just breathe. This is one of my all-time favorite postures, and you can do it 3 times a day if you like. Now just focus on breathing. With an inhale, assist your knee in coming back up. Send your foot out. Take a moment to notice that one side of the body again feels a little bit more free than the other. This is showing us we're working out our tension. Let's get rid of the last bit of tension on the other side. Pull the left knee in. Right hand on the outside pulls it over. Beginning a twist. Reach out through the left hand and gaze towards the left. Breathe, inflating the spaces that get crunched down when you twist. I'm feeling it right about here and right here. And exhale, imagine that tension is just dripping away like candle wax. You can let the eyes close, and that really illustrates where you feel stuff in your body. Biggest inhale yet. Longest exhale ever. And then come back to the center. Let your leg come down. Ah, that feels nice. So now we're going to take a laying down meditation, a relaxation-based meditation. And if you feel like you need to put a cushion underneath your lower back, under your bottom, under your knees, under your ankles, under the back of your neck, go ahead and grab one for all that stuff. Lay back, try to relax, and I'm going to guide you now through a system of letting go of individual parts of the body and face and mind to find deeper levels of relaxation. So as you're laying there with eyes closed, move your jaw around a little bit and then focus on letting it relax. Just let it go. With an inhale, imagine that you're inflating your cheekbones. And as you exhale, let them melt off your face with relaxation. Become aware of the temples, the sides of your head, between your ears and eyes. And as you exhale, try to let them relax. Let your eyebrows relax. Let your forehead relax. Let your ears soften. And let go of your scalp. Let it relax. Now notice where the back of the head is resting. And imagine it can sink down into the earth or what it's supported on. Let go of the back of your head and back of your neck. And as the back of the head relaxes, imagine this relaxation can gently flow through your mind towards the point between your eyebrows. Now imagine there's a gentle blue light shining between your eyebrows. And when you inhale, that little blue light grows bigger, a bigger orb of blue light. And as you exhale, it shrinks down into a tiny pearl, even smaller than that. And let this pattern of growing and shrinking happen back and forth, guided by deepening breath. Now with your next exhale, imagine that this light suddenly pours through every cell of your body, letting every spot in your body relax. Follow this light as it moves from space to space throughout your body, coaxing every spot that you notice into a little bit easier relaxation mode. Allow yourself to lay here, imagining this blue light pouring through you and then down into the earth. Or give up any visual technique and simply lay here watching space after space relax. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like, and when you're done, take a moment on your side and then sit up and try this technique out while you're seated up, and then just notice breath. There's no rush or hurry to sit up. I'm going to leave you to lay down for as long as you'd like now. The light in me, the happiness, the joy, and compassion in me sees all of that in you. Namaste.